was at Hotnuts at the Beaver. That's where like Regina.
That was your debut.
Yeah.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Oh yes.
That's where she was born?
Yeah. I moved to Toronto in 2000. So yeah, and I was full on singer-songwriter mode. And then 2002, I joined the Hidden Cameras. And then that is kind of when I started going to Vaseline. Maybe 2001. So Vaseline, yeah. So I was like a little bit late to Vaseline. It was like at Lee's Palace at this time. And that's when I, I was really like, I was still like super attached to Guelph and my old ways. And then when I joined the cameras, and it was like, oh, there's this whole queer world and this fascinating thing. And then that went on, and I mean, God, Vaseline was such a Will Monroe's party for those who don't know. And he just brought like the gossip and the Peaches again and the organ and Sherry Curry from the Runaways and all these things he brought to Toronto for the first time. And it was like insane. It was really a crazy time. And then he opened the Beaver and then I actually worked at the Beaver for years. So that's where I first did drag. Was at Hotnuts at the Beaver. That's where like Regina.
That was your debut.
Yeah.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Oh yes.
That's where she was born?
Yeah.
Oh.
Protestant and Mary and Margot. Yeah, they were just like, they just booked me. They just booked me for Hotnuts.
Cool.
And then Margot first did me up.
Margot is your like drag mom?
Yes. She did me up first. In drag, and we just all freaked out, and everyone just flipped. We were just like, I had a beard at the time. I had a beard and a mustache for years. No one remembers this because it was white, because my hair is white. But it was like a beard, and so I had fully shaved, and I was like a brunette, and so it was like it was dark, and And it was a big deal. And anyways, I don't know. That was a long intro to like, that was a big time. And that was a long time. That was like 9 years ago. So
It was 9 years ago?
Now-
all that stuff?
well, the birth of Regina, Vaseline was like a lot longer than
but
ago. But now I don't know. Yeah, I've had ups and downs. I've been in and out of the nightlife. I've obviously DJing. I'm trying to be more in it. I'm so glad that the Beaver's still there, and that there's like a whole new generation of kids and DJs and drag queens. And obviously, for a while, I was like, there's that feeling of like, oh, I'm not part of this anymore. Oh, I'm not, or feeling older. And now I just am trying to embrace it and love it. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, nothing has ever replaced Vaseline. That's always a fascinating thing to me. That has never been. There's not another one, which is kind of crazy. I mean, it was such a cool thing, but it's like you'd think something would have.
Just wait for it, Regina. Just wait for it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's your destiny. Maybe.